Slim Coldtree, who are you?
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Hound.
Especially how?
Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
You do realise yeah. I'm a nobleman, you know.
You're a noble. I didn't know that. But you're a warden, and my hope is you'll help us little fellas out.
Yeah, well, how do you know I'm a warden?
Your likeness has been shown to some of the guards. Managed to get a peek at it myself. The name is Slim Coldtree, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
I don't think Gahiris would do it. I think he's... I think he's a rogue because he would play around a lot. Not because he's a thief or would steal things. He just messed around as a kid and he's still got some of the skills. Like he'd fiddle with locks and traps and just a bit mechanical and... I don't know. But I don't think Gahiris would do this. So we're going to have to pass.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Keep sticking it to those pea-brained louses, eh? I'm rooting for you.
Oh, so I don't think we can get the quest. Oh well.
I bought a confection of spun sugar here once. It got stuck in my hair. Made it hard to come out. But it was very tasty for a few days.
Problem with Denim is so many options for me to do cutaways to other things. From what I understand of the game. And my various plans for Origins and DLC and stuff. Right, Mr. Apprentice.
What is it? I have work to do.
I have a note here from your master.
What does it say? I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
And by that I mean, you've got, obviously, the house that, you've got the Marjolin business.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
You've got Gorim, who I'm sure we'll be meeting down the road.
Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
I'd rather buy information if you got any.
I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me.
Who are some of the important people in Denerim at the moment?
It's the capital of Ferelden, so naturally the Queen and Regent are at the top. But the man who seems to be running the city guard is the new Arl Rendon Howe. Came in from somewhere up north.
Amaranthine. High ever. Right. I think we might end up going all Assassin's Creed on the guard then. What's happening in the city right now?
The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town.
Do we have a noble estate here in Denerim? I would assume so. As long as Howe hasn't claimed it the grumble. What's in your store? Thanks.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Gorim's sword. Huh. Furnace against Darkspawn. Manual for the Berserker. Anger management reaching a new level of slaughter. He's selling it Gorim's shield? So I'm guessing he used to use the sword and shield then. Maybe he used to be like a fighter, kind of. That kind of character.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. And trust his blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice.
That would be Alistair.
You killed my friend. And good King Cailan. I I demand satisfaction, sir.
Me, a Grey Warden, you must be saying... No, he's challenged me. He's challenged me to a duel. And I know what it is. I know what he means. Logain's charges against the Wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
You... Yeah. What did you mean by saying... But you dare smear Terran Logain's word? You're smearing mine? If you're wrong, you'd be killing an innocent.
I cannot take that chance. As much as I feel in my bones you are guilty. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Huzzah. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Ooh! Of course, Genetivi. We need to... These people just...
Hey, the wonders of Dadas. Our Lehman once bought me a miniature Gollum doll here. When I was young. Really young.
Oh, I'm guessing it would have been a funny story if Shell had been there. Maybe. Right. We could go in there, but I think... Are these people just chatting? Good. So, we've got Genetivi's house. And there's a few other places we can go. Let's head into here before we go and do other things and get distracted. Because I could so easily get distracted. I mean, we've got... what are the things we've got around? Well, we've got so many like side quests now. We've got Alice's family, Liliana's past, all these things in down. Let's go around from this point. I think. When was the last time I saved? I don't know if there's going to be combat in here, but there's a chance there might be. Waylon, your name is in yellow.
Yes. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Brother Genetivi.
Brother Genetivi? Why?
I'd like to speak to him about his research.
His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genetivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genetivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Why would searching for the urn lead him into danger? Oh no, what do you think he's discovered?
I don't know. He was very excited when he left and said he would be back with all the answers. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genetivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi and they too have disappeared.
Alright, where did you send them?
No, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I need to obtain the ashes or Arleman will die.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Kalinard, investigating something in that area.
What exactly was he investigating there?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Are you hiding something? This is where I'd like a persuade option of maybe I could go through it. Could I go through his research as well? But you sound nervous. Are you hiding something?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genetivi told me about the inn, and that's all.
Who's us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genetivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
Okay. I was thinking maybe demon, you know, sudden rar. I'm a demon, rar, because I don't know. That's just my voice for everything that goes rar. But I'm a demon. But no, he's just a ordinary bloke who's so gonna get killed. You know, if he'd surrendered, I probably would have let him go. Right, there was a book. Let's rummage around and see what we can find. Actually, if we loot here, we might find something useful. Ooh, the history of the Chantry. Chapter 3. It is said that at the Battle of Valerian Fields, Mafarath stood and looked out over his armies. He had conquered the southern reaches of the greatest empire the world had ever known, and built splintered barbarian clans into a force to be feared. With pride in his heart, he turned to congratulate his men, and found that they had turned from him. Mafrath fell to the evil of jealousy. After all that he had done, his wife was the one to receive all the glory. He saw his wife's power and influence, and tired of his place as second husband below the Maker. His heart swelled with fury. If he had conquered just to have his wife wrested from him by a forgotten god and a legion of faith-hungry rabble, then perhaps this war was not worth the trouble. Here, history and the chant of light come apart. History tells us that Mafarath looked north into the central Imperium and saw nothing but more war against a rapidly regrouping army, and he despaired. The chant of light holds that Mafarath chafed with jealousy of the Maker, and jealousy of the glory that Andraste received, although it was he who led the armies. Mafarath travelled to the imperial capital of Minrathus to speak with the Archon Hessarian. There he offered his wife to the Imperium in return for a truce that would end hostilities once and for all. The Archon, eager to put down the voice of the prophet that stirred his own people against him, agreed. Mafarath led Andraste into an ambush where she was captured by Imperial agents, putting an end to her exalted march. So, he's Judas. Crowds of loyalists stood in the central square of Minrathus to watch Andraste's execution. By command of the Archon, she was burned at the stake, in what the Imperium believed to be the most painful punishment imaginable. Or maybe the French, actually. Maybe she's Jeanne d'Arc. According to the Chantry, however, Andraste was instead purified and made whole by the flames, ascending to life at her Maker's side. By all accounts, there was only silence where they expected screams. At the sight of the prophet burning, the crowds were filled with a profound guilt, as if they had participated in a great blasphemy. So moving was the moment that the Archon himself drew his sword and thrust it into the prophet's heart, ending her torment and leaving those assembled to consider the weight of what they had seen. Whereas the execution of Andraste was meant to be a symbol of defeat for the faith of the Maker, in truth it all but sealed the fate of the worship of the old gods, and paved the way for the spread of the Maker's chant. Right, well, let's loot this guy, see if he has anything interesting on him. Just a potion. We need more health potions, I need to think about that. What's back here? Books, and a chest, and a corpse. Right. Chantry hierarchy, the political structure of the Chantry. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two Divines at any one time. One Divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Val-Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathus. Neither Divine recognises the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a Divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of Divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val-Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or, in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother, or revered mother, is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren, or sistren, of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succour, like Leliana. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, like Leliana, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who are raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates received an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics, placed in charge of such archives, are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of a mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. Right, well, let's have a gander at this corpse, shall we? The body of the real Waylan. Oh dear. How do I know that, actually? Steel symbol of Andraste. Genitivi's research. Right. Brother Genitivi's research suggested that the village of Haven, in the mountains to the west, might have some clues as to the location of the urn. Brother Genitivi must have gone to Haven to continue his search. Oh, what did the... No. Plot items. Can I read it? Amidst ramblings about local legends and ancient trade routes, one passage stands out. The village of Haven in the Frostbacks seems a good place to start. Pity it's not on any maps. Can I? Ooh, shiny. New places. And a load of different places that we may or may not be able to visit. Oh, the Earl of Denham's estate. That's how, isn't it? Or isn't? Yeah. Well, they were saying he was the Earl, so I'm guessing maybe he is. But he was the Earl. He's the Earl of Amaranthine, isn't he? Grey Warden poster. Let's have a gander, shall we?
It has begun.
Don't believe the liars. Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Huh, okay. Is that like a... Maybe we should... Hidden pearl. The pearl. Maybe we could head... Maybe that's where we're headed.